Good morning, everyone. Today we'll be talking more about early stage angel investing. And I'm having from abroad Maria Carolina Romero. She's the head portfolio of GoBeyond. Hello, Maria.
Hello, Amir. How are you?
I'm fine, and you?
Very good. Delighted to be here.
Thank you. First of all, I want to ask you to introduce yourself and tell us what do you do exactly in terms of angel investing.
Okay, so as Samir said, I'm Maria Carolina. I'm originally from Colombia. I have been doing early stage investing since year 2011 when we started actually year 2013 actively when we started GoBeyond in Zurich. So far, myself, I'm an angel. I have invested in more than 10 companies over more than 15 follow-on rounds. What I normally do, like let's say in my entire career, it has been sourcing the deals. So myself and also with the help of the team, we have sourced the deals, we have curated the deals that we have invested in, and then we have negotiated, let's say, the terms so that about the relationship with the entrepreneur until they exit. So that's kind of overall what I'm doing in early stage investing. And currently, more what I'm doing is developing new vehicles so that either more individuals globally can learn by doing context or vehicles exactly, understand how to do early stage investing. And then we have had different what we call programs about it, such as maybe you have heard some of them, Rising Tide, that is 99 women investing in deals globally, and then Next Generation. And on the other side, it's exactly what we are doing in Lebanon with the partnership that we have with IM Capital, and is educating and enabling the ecosystems so that investors can be more professionalized and they can add more value to the entrepreneurs and to their own investments.
Okay, as a simple definition for everyone who know what is angel investing and how it can help create more startups and especially in the growth of the Lebanese economy.
Okay, so very simple definition. As you know, angels, they have two wings. On one side is the wing of the money, and it's exactly how do you provide money to an entrepreneur, because normally an entrepreneur will take 4 to 6 rounds of financing in order to get the company going forward. And the second one is regarding the support that you can get, that you can be. And as a business angel, mainly the support in the very, very early stage is because everything can go wrong. And the risk that any company can bankrupt is even higher than in, let's say, growth stages and so on. So the support comes from either understanding what's wrong from the entrepreneur side and finding out in your own network who or if anyone has gone through the same situation. So actually it's more on an advisory role. And on top of that, a very, very good help that you can also get as a business angel is, because these companies need a lot of financing the very first years, is you as an investor, you can act as an ambassador, recruiting new business angels so that in the future people can invest in. Regarding what we have done in Lebanon, so far we have invested, is the third iteration of the program. We have, if I'm not mistaken, more than 10 companies that we have invested in. And the numbers actually, Corinne can give it to you better, but it seems that when we started and with the matching funds from the World Bank, it's true that entrepreneurs get better in financing rounds. And actually the professionalization of the sector is getting into another level that it was 4 years before. So now we are talking more that is not only to give money to the entrepreneur, but exactly how can we support. And it is not only about giving money once, but actually it is very important for both sides, for the entrepreneur and for the investor, in order to make returns, to leave some money aside for follow-on rounds.
So basically, you are answering as well a lot of my questions that have been prepared before. But you are really creating a good impact, as I can hear, and hopefully we can, in the coming years, see this good stories or companies that are really going to IPOs. My question now is, what are the prerequisites for a startup to start thinking to go for angel investing or ask for angel investing?
So that's a very good question. And I always start with entrepreneur asking the first question, are you ready to have shareholders on board? Meaning it is not, you are going to lose a little bit of your autonomy, and then you will have a lot of voices asking you about performances and so on. So that's the very first one. Are you ready to do so? Because actually funding can go in so many other ways. By business angels, is true, we cover what we call an equity gap, but there are so many other financing ways, such as at the very beginning, grants from the government, prizes or awards that gives you absolutely good visibility, equity crowdfunding platforms, or maybe not even the equity ones, but crowdfunding platforms in general that you can give what we call reward, meaning the
Yes.
individuals can put money in, and then you can, for example, give a preview of your product. Or also you can ask for loans. Now banks are going more into the mezzanine level, meaning they don't ask anymore for collateral, and they understand the what is happening with the entrepreneur, and let's say the strings attached and the time constraint and money constraint. So also your suppliers, there are many ways that actually a startup can be funded before opening the doors to business angels. And I think the number one question that everyone should ask is, does the entrepreneur understand everything that goes on when you open your round for financing? Meaning there are shareholders, you can lose your control, there are a lot of people, you actually need to deliver because everyone is measuring you about it. So it is more on the mentality and actually on the stage of the company that the entrepreneur has to find out if business angels are, if he's ready to
Come in.
open the company for newcomers. Correct.
So, as from your part as an angel investor, what are the assessment tools that you go through to evaluate a company to see if it's eligible for investing?
So number one, again, so we have this methodology that is going into the house, and I will describe each one of those. But for me, to be 100% honest, out of everything that I will describe afterwards, it is about the team. The team is what matters the most, and it's exactly the way that you can understand if actually you are moving properly in the right direction. If the entrepreneur is ready, because we have also this type of dilemma. We have entrepreneurs who want to be rich, and actually this is a very interesting paper from Harvard. Or if the entrepreneur wants to be, so if he wants to be rich or he wants to be king. And if you want to be king, meaning that is your main creation, and you want to stay there, and it is about your business more than anything else, actually you need to double think twice if you are ready for external investment. So that is one of number one things that you have to get through. The second part, it would be definitely in terms of so for me is team number one. Then of course when you start looking at the company, you start seeing, okay, if they have a real need, if they have innovation in their, and they have a real product, if they have a market access, if the product or innovation is scalable and protectable, the business models and the financials, the terms that they are offering to investors, and the exit perspective. Then, of course, if all of them, because might be junior or are starting, they have either an advisory board that will guide them, a board of directors, because they are opening for shareholders. So if they are actually ready and prepared, like they have an articles of association in place that actually authorize them to increase their capital. And on top of that, of course, I go back to the same, so teams and values. So when I do due diligence, yes, I check in all of these things before understanding if the entrepreneur is ready or not. But at least in my personal case, it goes in terms of ranking first the team, then the co-investors, who are the other individuals that they, or the type of profile that this entrepreneur is looking for, to see if actually we are compatible. We are starting a relationship for 3 to 5 years. So that is very important. And the very third one are the terms of the offer. because again, I'm not a non-for-profit. I will actually like my money back. So which are the terms that I'm getting in for this type of business?
Okay, as you have been speaking, the main important thing is for the entrepreneur to have an exit strategy, because as an investor, you are looking for getting back your
Returns.
money multiplied by an X number. So, how much do you put value on this point?
Of the exit is for me is number one, because in my case, I actually, it depends in everyone's case, but in my case, I need liquidity at this point that I have been investing. So I need to make sure that in whatever startup that I'm investing, there's an exit strategy, and the exit strategy, it could be three, as we know. So on one side could be the entrepreneur buying back the shares when he is totally like he's actually the business is doing well. The second one could be a trade sale, so one big company buying the startup, or the third one is the IPO. That, of course, all of us, we would like to go for IPOs that are the unicorns, but it is true that they are very rare. So on my side, I always go what we call midlife trails that are exits. So I'm not going through unicorns, but I'm going exactly for something that is innovative, that actually impacts positively the economy, and on top of that, I can get some returns.
Okay, that's a big topic if we keep on speaking about angel investing. My last question would be for now is, what is the value that angel investor is bringing to the entrepreneur beyond the funding? And maybe you highlighted a little bit earlier on this question, but you can enhance further.
So it's bringing two things. On one side is their network, like the support. Every investor comes normally with a big network. So even that he can provide the contacts to tap into, so that the entrepreneur can sort out different things such as marketing, strategy, leadership, and so on. So that's number one. And the second one that I think it's actually helping the entrepreneur to exit the company. So it is not directly with the funds itself, but actually is the one that has the hat at the board level and helps the company to get into an exit in a smooth way, that it's a win-win from every stakeholder in the deal.
Yeah. Maria, we came up to end our interview for today. Maybe we can have further talks with you later on. I want to thank you so much for being with us today, and wish you good luck in every investment that you get into.
Thank you so much, and it was a pleasure to have this interview.
Thank you, Maria.
Bye-bye. Ciao.
Bye.